Hey folks, Fernando doing another video for the more survivalists. I want to talk about Amber Heard and her tragic, brave story. Crying here because...
It wasn't him. It was black. I've never been so scared in my life. It was black. I couldn't see him. And he was looking at me, and I was trying to get through to him. I was trying to say to him in some way that it was me.
She's such a bad actress. She sucks so bad. It's good that she, climbed her way through this profession of hers, through, whatever it is that she ended up doing. But she's terrible. She cannot act. She just sucks so much. I don't know how people are keeping a straight face. There's a part here where she says that
had my, nightgown, glasses from him, and it's like his energy shifted to the phone.
Oh, the phone.
There's a wall-mounted phone on the wall next to where my head was, and he went from punching the wall to like realizing there was a phone there, and he picked up the phone on what was happening and watching him do this, and it was like his energy had shifted, and I was that phone all of a sudden. And he was just over and over again smashing this phone into the wall, over and over again, screaming at me, and I was...
So she's the phone. You get it, guys? She's the phone. So when he's breaking the phone, and he's actually hitting her. It's the destruction. She's like, there's this strange religious thing where she becomes the phone. And when Johnny Depp breaks a phone...
Every single time he pulled his hand back, it was just breaking into pieces. I remember thinking this phone is disappearing. He's smashing it to smithereens, just going into the wall.
So the more he breaks the phone, the more he's breaking her. Guys, this is the kind of crazy that you want to stay away from. I know that he met her when, back in the day, very good-looking young woman, and he ended up making a horrible decision, leaving his wife for this complete lunatic. And yeah, I bet he regrets that a lot. That's why he probably said, "You ruined my life," and she likely did. Before I forget, guys, yes, we're gonna be talking with Matt Bracken tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. Also, regarding some of the books that I was mentioning before, these two. Get these two. They're pretty good and full of valuable information. I was watching the news now about how they're using food to, in the regions invaded by Russia and Ukraine. They are making people, they're making the same Ukrainians pick their own dead and clean up the destruction that the Russians caused in exchange for food. So it's basically using food as a weapon, starving them to death. And if you want to have your ration, okay, go and clean up the corpses of those we slaughtered in your country. This is insane, but it's what's going on. Going back to the Amber Heard thing, I'm just shocked by how bad an actress she is. This woman...
And I couldn't breathe. And I remember trying to get up, and I was slipping on the glass. My feet were slipping, my arms were slipping on the countertops. And I remember just trying to get up so I could breathe, so I could tell him that he was really hurting me. I didn't think he knew what he was doing.
She cries some more. And then... Anyone believes this?
The next thing I remember... I always been over backwards.
Anyway, at some point she even says it was almost like as if he was hitting me. Like, he's not hitting her, but it's as if in her own mind, just like in her own mind, she becomes the phone. And then she goes on into like saying that he was actually hitting her in a way that he was smashing her face against the floor time and time again. I mean, if any of that had been true, this woman would have been seriously wounded. You would have seen damage in her face. Cops showed up to their residence and there was nothing done to her. So it's all a damn lie. This woman is crazy. The psychiatrist that was in the trial recently, she made a great point explaining how she has this borderline disorder where she's not a normal person. And she has this sometimes lesbian, sometimes straight thing going on as well. Typical of people that are not really okay. And how she adjusts to the people that she wants to attract. In this case, Johnny Depp, she basically liked everything that he liked. And this is I'm going to be doing a separate video about the analysis of that woman, which is very, very good. How these psychopaths basically copy you. So you end up liking them. I get along great with this person. You're getting along great with that person because that person is imitating you in every shape and form. So you're actually liking yourself or that representation. They're working kind of like a mirror. So yeah, we like the same thing. We get along great. And the psychiatrist explained that with these people, they often have their former friends see them later and see that, yeah, you're a different person now, man. What happened? You're a different human being, because they shapeshift all the time so as to adjust to the people that they want to attract into their world. And once they have them, they cannot let them go. It was actually Johnny Depp who was trying to leave this woman after she cut off the tip of his finger by a bottle that was thrown at him. She never had any damage, wound, injury, or marks of any kind, of scratches of anything. There's not one single piece of evidence pointing towards anything that could prove that Johnny Depp at any point hit this woman. The only thing that was ever even remotely close to that was she painted with fingernail like a little line in her nose, trying to make it look as if she was hurt. And Johnny Depp actually realized and picked it up and realized, hey, this is nail polish. What are you doing? She was trying to pretend she was hurt. It is insane, but this is the world we live in now, where just because you're a woman, or even better, if you're a woman and you say you're a lesbian, you don't even have to be one. I mean, very strange lesbian sleeping with Johnny Depp and marrying him, but anyway, with those two, you don't have to prove anything. You have to be immediately believed everything you say, which is insane. But that's how we live now. Nothing really is, reality and facts don't matter anymore. It's all a matter of opinion. It's all a matter of how I feel. She feels that she's the phone. She feels that it was like he was hitting her, or she imagined that he was hitting her. So it's just as good as if he did. Facts don't mean anything. It's just what I feel at that moment. And it is very toxic. It goes into all this mental illness aspect of the diversity, the gender dysphoria thing. Am I a woman? One of the questions I see a lot lately is, what is a man? What is a woman? And you see these politicians or these thought leaders, which is pretty embarrassing, but these thought leaders that cannot define what a woman or a man is. The idea that you're assigned a gender at birth, it is the most stupid thing I've ever heard in my life. As if a doctor just goes like, oh, okay, you're boy, girl, boy, 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 girl. Like, you're not assigned anything. It's quite obvious if a boy is a boy and a girl is a girl, especially at birth. They're kind of naked, and it's very easy to see if they're a man or a woman, female or male. It is those things. There's not a rainbow of different genres, genders, and no. You're either a man or you're a woman, or you're a very disturbed, confused person that hasn't got that thing sorted out. That's all it is. You're a man, you're a woman, that's the way you're born. If you don't like that, go pick it up with God, biology, nature, or whatever the hell you think is to blame. But there's nothing else. It's not that complicated. This is like trying to reinvent things and change the definition of words we've known for thousands of years. A chair is not a chair anymore, because if I ever sit on a table, the table, Fernando, is all of a sudden a chair. No. Table's a table, chair is a chair. And if you're eating your lunch, placing it on a chair, good for you. Have fun doing that. Does not change the meaning of words or what reality is all around us. But we're supposed to ignore all of this because, confused or mentally disturbed people need to be, made to feel, okay, that they are included in society. No one says don't include sick people in our society. Now, saying someone that thinks he's a horse or a dragon, yes, you are, it's not doing anyone any favors. And this is how we end up with this bullshit that we have here. This lunatic of a woman destroying the life of a man. And at the end of the day, this is damn Johnny Depp. He's a multi-millionaire, super talented actor. He's going to be fine. But this crap happens to ordinary, everyday people all day long. And they don't have the millions, they don't have the fame, and they're not super talented actors, and they're not good. Yeah, there's actually the case of a kid this happened in Argentina a few years ago, that a kid was being accused of rape by one of a girl from his circle of friends. He ended up killing himself, and it ended up being false. It was not true. The girl later admitted that she made it all up so as to have more attention. The kid killed himself because he couldn't bear the stigma of being a rapist, and he ended up taking his own life. And you may be thinking, okay, well, I wouldn't have done it. Man, you have to be in that position. Being accused of something like that, it ruins your fucking life. And they get away with it. She paid no consequence for that. She destroyed that kid's life up to the very end, and nothing happened. So this is part of preparedness and survival as well. This is the world we're living now. We are accommodating very sick, evil at some point people, and we have to pretend it's all okay. We have to pretend it's okay when Disney comes after your babies, your kindergarten kids, and how they're being fed degenerate, perverted agendas from very sick people that have an obsession with kindergartners and their sexuality. That alone should say a lot. But no, that's all in the name of progressiveness, I guess. It is crazy. Guys, if you want to prepare for what's happening already and what things are shaping up to be, you have those books I was mentioning before, and you have my own, Street Survival Skills, and the Bugging Out and Relocating book, and the Modern Survival Manual, Surviving the Economic Collapse. All of these are available in those links below, okay? I'll remember to include these two as well because they seem to be quite good. I'm going through this one first, but this one seems to be very good too, regarding the Holodomor, the famine in Ukraine is starving 4 million Ukrainians to death. Not that different from what's going on right now. Guys, see you on the next video. Take care.